When I'm setting up to do a review or any type of a recording, one of the things that I look at, including the camera lens, is in fact a large monitor above my recording camera. When I initially set up the camera for recording videos, I was using a 7-inch monitor, and I had it placed not only on the camera, but around the camera, in front of my desk. I tried several locations, and I finally realized that using a large monitor was the way to go. And you can see what I did here. This is a 27-inch monitor. And I had to modify a light stand to make this work for me. So it wasn't a perfect fit right out of the box, so to speak. You can see this is a typical light stand. It's very light duty. When I saw the Starument speaker stand available for review, it immediately registered that that's what I could use for my monitors, the larger monitors. You can see how much heavier this is next to and in front of the light stand that's actually holding my monitor right now. And you can also see something that I had to jerry-rig, and that is a metal plate, a mounting plate that'll handle an item like a speaker, or in my case, it's going to be for the monitor. 2 rubber pads on either side, and they supplied an Allen wrench so that I could secure down the plate to the stand. Heavy duty is the key word, and it's very obvious just on the outside diameter of the piping that they're using, both for the main lift post in the center and the legs. The legs are substantially heavier than any light stand. You can see the light stand right there and see how frail and thin that is compared to this. So what I'm going to do is I am going to place the monitor on top of this stand, get it off of my homemade light stand conversion. The only thing I've noticed already, and I'll have to figure a way to work around this, the elevation at this time, even with the legs as close together as possible, the elevation is less than what I can get with the light stand, but I'm sure I can work through that. Well, I think it would be fair to say that with change sometimes comes improvement. This is the old stand that I explained earlier, and you can see I had taken some thin wood and mounted this with some of my auxiliary hardware such that I could mount that wood plate on this standard light stand. Not exactly the best way to do things, but I didn't have a heavier stand, and now I do. I made a couple of changes. I actually, to compensate for the new stand having a lower maximum elevation, I lowered the camera and reframed my area. The camera lens now is actually looking more straight on. My problem in a small recording space, of course, is that it's a small recording space. So the camera is only I'd say about 7 feet in front of me. But I also cleaned up some of the wiring. I have a fan, upward blowing air to keep the A6400 cool if I'm doing extended work. This particular camera, when it gets hot, it can shut off. It's a built-in safety. So I put that wiring, moved it around just a little bit, and you can see I've got power now going upward to the monitor, and I've sort of braided it with a USB power line that will charge one of my wireless microphone units without having to take the unit and move it anywhere. So that's it. I've secured the monitor. It looks pretty good from where I sit, and I can see exactly what's in frame. So mission accomplished. I think it's a great stand. I did look at pricing, and again, as I'll mention, for the price per stand, I wouldn't get anything other. I couldn't find anything in this price range that was as sturdy.